So, a little bit of a history lesson. OS was developed by Pepe in 2007, roughly. I don't have the exact date. Oh, they're going to do a warm up match. Cool. Alright, so they're going to go ahead and play No Pain, No Gain for a warm up while they're waiting. Of course, I do believe there's going to be another warm up that will decide who picks the first song, of course, because that wouldn't be too fair for Norway to be playing with 3 people for song deciding pick on a map like that. So they're just killing time, sort of like I'm doing. And has anyone here ever wanted to say no pain, no gain instead of no pain, no game?
Been there, done that.
Alright, as long as I'm not the only person, that's good. Now, as I said, I've been sick and out for the past couple days, so I'm not sure. Is this the first appearance Cookie Z has made for Team Korea, or?
Yeah, I think that's the first.
Or not? My mind's pretty much it's censored, but yeah, pretty much. Kind of distracted. Well, come on, if I talk correctly, here's your If I don't recall correctly, it's not my fault, it's me.
Alright, and let's go into a little bit of ideals on playstyles here. Korea's uses a mouse and keyboard for most of his playing. And he plays at a lower sensitivity to give him more accuracy over movement. And Cookie Z, I'm not 100% of his playstyle is exactly the same as before, but he is probably the most unique player in the fact that his dimensions for his tablet size that he has his window set to are quite on the odd. And his vertical is actually larger than his horizontal, which I don't understand exactly what the secret awesome technique to that is, but if it works for you and it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pretty sure Crazy uses the tablet as well. Okay, so we're running it through. Dungeon looks to be doing not so hot towards the end there, but oh, that's a bit weird. Okay, well, we do have scores for one side of the team. Cookie Z pulling off an S, Dungeon with an A, missing 8 notes, Clementine getting a perfect, and Crazy rolling up with an A, but only missing towards the very end.
It seems GN got 1 PP from this run.
Ranking up for a normal seemed great.
Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and sit here for a little bit more, and we will get to the match as soon as possible. I'd like to take another small amount of time to go ahead and let you know that Rhythm is just a click away, meaning all you have to do is click the link down at the bottom of the stream to go ahead and play OS. Or you can visit us at osu.ppy.sh to download the game, try it out, and even you can be a Rhythm champion.
Doubt it.
You don't have to be so negative about it. Everybody can be a Rhythm champion.
Sure.
Okay, so we're just still continuing to wait for that fourth person. So, as we wait for the fourth person, Lolly, what brought you to our lovely community and website? What made you want to be a Rhythm champion?
Actually, I didn't mind if I was a Rhythm champion or not. I was just having fun at first. And I was... oh wait, let me rephrase it. It doesn't sound rude. Basically, I like ranking up a lot because it motivated me. I was getting better and better.
Well, see, that's good. See, and everyone can try that, you know? Okay, so we're still stalling for time, so people here in the chat that are watching the stream, I'm going to give you one clean shot to ask me anything, but it has to be related to OS and the game and the community. Not what I had for breakfast this morning, or what is my favorite color.
Well, I think somebody might be asking you something, but I hope you understand Korean.
Yeah, I don't understand Korean. I really feel bad. To Mr. Ducksick, when does this start? It starts as soon as the fourth player enters the room, so we can start the match. Who are the commentators? Well, this is Z-Trot speaking right now, and the person that's a little muffled next to me is Lalicor Flandre.
Oh, muffled.
What is my favorite team in this tournament? Well, obviously, the United States of America, rooting for the home team. My favorite players. Some of my favorite players would have to be Crazy's definitely one of them. Sapphire Ghost, Creers. I also really, really enjoy watching Sync play. So those are just a few. To answer your question, Ivan, players that registered for the tournament beforehand are allowed to play. And if their country had enough players to create the team, a team is formed. So just about every single country is taking part that had enough players and wanted to participate. Okay, the matches are set up as a best of 9. which means 5 wins will guarantee the match knockout. There are 16 rounds in this knockout round that will take us to our semifinals. What percentage of the people in the tournament actually use mice? That is something that you can find out by individually going to each profile and looking under their preferences. They will show what they tend to use. And that's a definite way to show if they like to use mouse, tablet, keyboard, or even the few and far between that use a touchscreen.
Provided if they not lying.
Yeah, but, you know, give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Touchscreen all the way.
I don't believe there's a set prize pot for this. I do know that there are prizes and awards of subscription status, as stated in the thread, but I'm not exactly sure there's some large monetary gain.
Seems that Andreas HD is having some connection problems. And we're still waiting on the 4th player.
Yeah, but stalling for time isn't that hard. When you got your friendo sitting next to you and you can answer questions, it's actually kind of fun. Oh, and we actually have a great friend of mine here and one of our extra commentators, LolCubes, decided to make an appearance for us today, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce him now because I'm really bad at reading my prompter cues for my other computer.
Hello, everyone.
And how you doing here, LolCubes? We're just stalling for some time with the Ask Me Anything going on right now. So I'm just taking questions from the community here on the stream and trying to give the best possible answers I can. Just, you know, so we can keep the energy going.
Seems fun. I just came home, actually, so I'm still kind of tuning in here.
Alrighty. And for those of you that are into our community but not yet really made a big impact, we definitely have LolCubes here, and he is known as one of our more calmer, easier bats. We like him. I refer to him as the Bob Ross of the world. That's an in-joke. I don't expect anyone to get it. But let's go ahead and answer some more questions. No problem. Anytime, Cubesy. Personally, the Poland team. Well, I've been sick quite a bit, so Cubes might be able to answer that question for you a bit better than me. I've been away, so Cubes, do you have any input on the Poland team?
What do you mean specifically?
Well, they asked, what are our thoughts on the Poland team?
I think the Polish team is actually quite strong. Well, it's for obvious reasons, because they have like 3, actually 4 really high-end players, such as Fartonik, Rido, White Wolf, and Nico. Of course, they have some other really great players, but those 4 are like pretty known for their scores and all that.
Okay, and it looks like our next player is just about on his way here. What's the favorite map I did? Ooh, that's a tough question, and a good one. I've had lots of maps that I've enjoyed making, but one of the funnest ones would probably have to be La-Di-Da, the Nightcore mix. And it was just because it kind of just flew out of me. I mean, it was pretty much like just, you know, it was done. I didn't work super hard on it, but it came out really well. Everybody enjoyed it. But that's not to say I didn't enjoy making all my maps, but that one definitely stood out. My predictions for the results today, well, not to discredit either team, but statistically Korea has the upper hand. But that doesn't count for anything, because anything can happen, especially in a tournament like this. High stakes, like with one of Australia's previously matches, we had no idea they were going to pull out and take the win, but they did. Cubes, did they manage to make it into the knockout stage, or?
Brilliant, yeah.
Yeah. That was quite impressive, because we went into that thinking no one could, like, we went in thinking less of Australia. We didn't think that they were going to take it away, but they really came in, surprised and astounded us, and just took the win.
Well, Australian players aren't actually that well known. I mean, as in popular. But they're actually quite good players, a lot of them. So it's really no surprise there.
Oh, most definitely. They definitely showed that underdogs rock, and I really enjoyed that. That was a great match to watch.
What's happening to Norway? Well, they're having some connection issues on Andreas, and Shu is actually making some small modifications to his fun spoiler settings, just so he doesn't get that much distracted.
Okay, so I'm gonna take just a moment to again let you know that if you like clicking circles, if you've enjoyed watching Clicking Circles here today, we have the perfect website for you, and that is osu.ppy.sh. You could also click it down in the bottom of the link below, and like us on Twitter, because why not?
You're the best promoter ever.
Yeah,
for every like, you get one extra map or something.
Don't go saying that. I'll end up being a slave driver or something. Be forced to forever map for all eternity for our Twitter likes. And I don't... Well, Chu is now in, so now we're just waiting on Andreas HD. And there we go. Full house. Hot diggity. All right, we should be getting the match underway here shortly. And when I mean here shortly, I don't mean another 10 minutes of stalling. I literally mean here shortly. Unless, you know, the sun and moon align, and for whatever reason, Andreas HD can't stay connected.
Speaking of connection, next map is Claris Connect.
Oh, you. But you are indeed right, friendo. It is going to be Claris Connect.
Hard rock map, by the way. People already know that, so...
I didn't. Thank you, Cubes. I came into this completely blind, so I appreciate that.
This is gonna be quite interesting because I don't think that any of the Korean team players are gonna have any issues with high approach rates. But that map is quite nasty because if you die, chances are you will not recover. You will just fail the map. So yeah, it's gonna be like walking on a really thin thread.
So we're talking sudden death across a giant pit of lava with paper wire thread you're walking across, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, fortunately the map itself isn't that hard. It's just interesting, should I say. It has somewhat unexpected turns when playing on high approach rate, unless you already know the map. But yeah, it's a fun map overall.
I, for one, cannot play Hard Rock whatsoever, but, you know, I really do appreciate the people that can. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, the reaction to on, here we go. And let's see what happens. I should probably full screen so I can see this a little bit better, but from what I can see, technically, I don't think we've had any drops. Oh, no. There has been no. Korea has no drops yet.
Well, GN is actually struggling on Team Norway. That's exactly what I feared. Because realistically, if you just take a look at statistics and scores for those players on Korean's team are known for, everything is pretty much fully modded, like hidden hard rock and all that. So it's kind of expected for them to play something really extreme.
Well, once hard rock is learned, it's pretty hard to unlearn, and but it's just that learning curve that gets you to that point where you can read those high-end approach rates, and the reaction speed and dexterity you have to have is just nuts. I mean, I'm envious, quite honestly. I mean, it's very impressive, and to see.
By the way,
go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry for interrupting, but as you can see, almost the whole Norway team is struggling, because both GN and Andreas HD failed the map, and now we can only hope they can recover. Chances are they won't, so it's kinda already a loss for Norway, unless everyone misses and fails on the Korean team, which probably isn't gonna happen.
Well, let's have a positive outlook there, friendo. Just think of it this way, you know? There is somewhat, and you're saying a couple people have failed, actually, correct?
Yeah.
And I was looking at Chu thinking that he had possibly failed, but he's actually holding an S. He slider broke, mind you, but his health's still at half. That is nuts draining. And
But yeah, as we can see, Korea is having like really full combo with really respectable accuracy, especially for Cookie Z. And yeah,
it is impressive.
It really doesn't look that good for Norway.
Like I was saying with our previous match with Thailand and Taiwan, it really takes a lot for a team to be so concurrent with each other and so consistent and to work as a unit. And that is what Korea is showing right now. And Norway is trying as good as they can as well, and they're staying consistent towards their team members, but it's just the mod pick might have been a little bit too much for them to handle. Korea's showing absolute great playing, though, especially being under such a high-stress match.
Yeah. I'm really not sure what Norway can do after this map, by the way, because whatever they pick, I mean, the Korean team is probably better. There is just nothing they can do, really.
Well, the results are in on that, friendo, and it is most definitely a win by Korea. With the point... Oof, really, you have 45 million. Ouch. Alright, so I will be right back, and hopefully my friend Cubes here can keep you guys occupied for a short moment while I go and feed my face.
Yeah, apparently the next map will probably be Skrillex, Kyoto, some dubstep love, I suppose. But since, in my opinion, that's the easiest map here, they could probably do something like Icarus or something, but we'll see. What is interesting about that map is that there are several parts which usually, when watching, could probably look weird, but when you're playing the map itself is so intuitive that it's just really good. It really gives you a really nice feeling while playing, and that's what makes that map so good. So, in a nutshell, it actually looks harder than it actually probably is. In any case, it looks like Andreas HD disconnected, so we might have to wait a bit for him. But yeah, let's just go over some options which Norway has. I could probably sort my thoughts on all this, because I'm thinking that Norway is gonna try to pick as slower maps as possible, just because they know that they don't stand a chance on anything faster, because players on the Korean team are actually quite crazy, considering their skill levels are, well, yeah, they're that different. And we can probably expect slow maps, like I already said. For Korean team, they'll most likely probably go with a double time pick next, at least that's what I think. Because they like to play extreme stuff, and they have players to pull it off. And here we go. Some buffering issues. Probably because people's internet isn't actually that stable. But what we can see so far is that everyone is doing nicely. Jin is probably slightly behind, but that doesn't say much at this point, I think. But this actually looks quite scary, because everyone is having an SS except for GN, who actually had a miss at the start. Oh, and GN actually lost his combo now. That's one of the key points of this map, which kinda look weird if they actually play nicely. They probably just didn't expect it. And yeah, it looks like we lost connection with Andreas, so this might be a rematch.
And I'm back, friendo. Alrighty. I heard you just brought up the fact that this might be a rematch, and indeed, you will be right. If that connection is to be considered a legit disconnection from the service, then this will be tied up to a rematch, and that can be applicable only 3 times per song. And then the match will be conceded towards the other team if the connection cannot withstand longer than 3 matches. Or 3 attempts, I'm sorry. And while we're at it, I do want to point Cubes. I absolutely love this map. I heard you going into about the sliders, and I had originally said one of the things that really made me happy about this map is that they were color coordinated to make it easier to play, and you actually benefit off keeping the original combo colors intended for this map instead of using those nasty fun spoilers that we don't like.
Now we're at the part where, well, I think players started to notice that something is wrong here, actually. Since dungeon actually broke now. That's kind of unexpected, to be honest.
I'm quite surprised, to be honest with you, Cubes, that this isn't, that we're not seeing this map as some kind of mod, because, I mean, personally, I feel that it's quite easy to double S. I mean, I almost had a double S on it myself, aside from one slider break. Slider break. Slider breaks being the only key factor that could make you lose your combo in this map, in my opinion.
But yeah, currently on the stream, you can notice that Andreas' tag was kinda in the wrong place. That was not Andreas' score, that was actually Cookie Z's score. And since he's back now, I'm probably assuming we're gonna see a rematch here. We'll see.
It should be interesting. And while we're waiting for that rematch, I'm going to go ahead and sound like a broken parrot again and go ahead and tell you, if you like what you're seeing here today and you're not used to our community, go ahead and hit us up over at osu.ppy.sh. Check the game out, download it, try a few songs, and even you can be a rhythm champion with a bit of practice.
Or you can actually start mapping and create maps on your own from the songs you really like. Which essentially kinda makes you contribute to the community itself.
I didn't even think about that aspect. Yeah, ours isn't only the ability to become a rhythm champion. You become a beat map master too while you're at it. Okay, so it looks like we're having a little bit of connection issues again with Norway. So we're going to take a few moments to sort that out and figure out what's going on. And while we're doing that, again, till we figure out what's going on, we'll go ahead and do another Ask Me Anything. So while we're waiting for them to go ahead and get that fixed up, go ahead and run the questions in. Same drill as last time. Has to be related to OS, the community, website, or aspects of the game. So go ahead. There is a map pool of the championship available on the tournament thread. So go ahead and run us over at osu.ppy.sh and look for gameplay and tournaments, and you should be able to find that. What's the hardest map I ever played? Probably the Big Black. I die instantly, so I don't really know if it's actually hard, because it's kind of impossible for me.
Well, they ask you what you played, not what you've seen, so...
Oh no, I tried to play it, Cubes. And, not fooling. I mean, I can get past, like, the first 2 mega streams, but other than that, it just booms. And I just die. The hardest map I've ever passed would probably be Homework Crisis, because I was trying to get an S on it, and I ended up getting an A. It's probably not the hardest map I played, but it's one that comes to mind most instantly.
And it looks like we're going again.
And then
Oh, what? Did Andreas disconnect again?
I don't know.
Yeah, he did. Oh man, this is so unlucky for Norway. Not only they have to face this huge Titan team of Korea, but now they have to face their own connection as well.
Well, these things happen in online gaming events. Connection is something that has to be taken into consideration.
Yeah, ironically, when Norway is playing against China the first time, this exact thing was happening to China's team. They constantly lost connection on one player. On the exact same spot he missed the last time.
I really do like this map, though. It's pretty good.
Yes.
I
I think every mouse player likes this map.
I think, is that Clementine is just cursor dancing?
Well, they're effectively playing 3 versus 4, so why not?
It's like, well, obviously they saw that the other team members probably disconnected, and they know that this is going in. It can one more applicable time that it could actually go into a rematch if they want to do that.
Well, at this point, it's obviously impossible for Norway to come back, even if all of the Korea's team misses. So, yeah.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. See, I kind of made a Cookie Z reference there. But I'm still impressed and a little bit baffled that this wasn't... I'm impressed that this made it because I really enjoyed this map, but I'm kind of baffled at the same time because I really figured it would be a hidden pick.
Well, that's probably possible for later on.
Now I seem to be disconnected as well.
Yeah, that was Creers, by the way. He lost the connection.
Greer's friend, though, is it connection to... Oh, well, he cut it. Never mind. I don't know if he's connecting to the game that's blocking or if it's connection to the server.
Well, it's probably the game since he's here on Mumble with us pretty much the whole time.
Okay, while we're waiting for Norway to pick up the pieces and figure out what's going on with the connection, we'll go ahead and do another Ask Me Anything, because we got to stall for time, and I actually enjoy doing it. So, as you guys know, you know the drill, and just let me know. Give me some questions. What is the process for a map to be approved? Well, Desea, or however you would say your name, that depends, because there is an approval category and a ranked category. And for something to be ranked, which is basically, you know, approval nowadays, because approval is being slowly phased out. And what we want to do there is maps have to meet certain criteria, which you can find on the website, by the way, at osu.ppy.sh. And criteria usually has to be timed correctly. It has to be distance spaced within reason. Stuff like that. No really odd, silly slider shapes, stuff like that. You don't want to do that. Just you know, it's just whatever you need to do.
Also, it needs to be readable.
Well, yeah. Peppy is a fantastic person. I'm going to answer that even though it has nothing to do with OS, but you just really wouldn't stop. So, yeah. Okay, let's get some actual decent questions going on here. We are not talking over Ventrilo. We are talking over Mumble. Big difference. I enjoy OS quite a bit. Cubes, do you have the current score? I went to go eat, and I'm not sure if there was a match outside of this one. It's just 1-0 right now, right?
That's correct, yes.
With Korea in the lead with the 1.
Yep. They have played Kyoto twice, but yeah, we had 2 disconnections.
There was a good question from Mr. Letter and a bunch of numbers. He said, are there any approval maps in the OWC lineup? Cubes, answer that for me, because I do not know.
Actually, most of the tiebreakers so far, well, all of them were actually approved. I believe, except for crew clocks. Let me just check. Yeah, even crew clocks was approved. So I guess every tiebreaker map was an approval map.
That is definitely an interesting piece of information. And it looks like we have all 4 players connected again. I do hope that they're going to attempt to try to play again, and we will see what happens.
What's interesting about the map pools is that for every stage after the group stage, so we're currently in the round of 16, but every stage the maps are gonna be slightly harder, so people shouldn't really be surprised if they probably see like approval maps as as a standard pick, unless it's too long. Obviously, we don't want like 6-minute maps.
No, we want Kyoku or the anime Exit Trance 18-minute marathons. definitely. Best tiebreaker.
Yeah, we should probably see something like Armin's Marathon on halftime as a tiebreaker pick on the finals. So yeah.
Let's just be who can hold the connect. And this is automatically, I do believe this is the third time and it's dropped. So this match automatically goes to Korea, I do believe.
Yeah, apparently it continues as 3 versus 4. And since this is their third time playing, this is the last time they can play this map.
Oh, so he... Oh, okay. Alright, I will be right back again. I've got to go take care of a few things, and I have a very angry kitty cat meowing at the door. So, yeah. Be right back.
It's interesting that we could have seen Crazy just dropping his combo, but unfortunately, even if he doesn't play at all, that probably won't make any difference. We'll see. I just hope for Team Norway they don't. They play to their best actually, so they play to their best of their ability and give us a good show, if anything. But yeah, they hit past like halfway of the map, and Krios actually broke his combo, so sadly Norway has no chance of winning this anymore, even if all of the Korean team players dropped their combo. Interestingly, Cookies actually... Oh wait, never mind, that was just lag. That was the map, and Korean's team won by 24.7 million points with Cookies having an SS. Clementine almost had an SS as well, but no one missed. On the Norway team they had some slider breaks, so did Crazy, but yeah, no misses. And this is now 2-0 for Korea.
All right. Whoops, was talking on the wrong computer. All right, I'm back, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on, so I'm gonna have my buddy LOL Cubes hopefully fill me in on what we are looking at right now.
We are looking at the 3 versus 4, sadly, because Andreas lost his internet and we don't know what's going on actually. I hope he can make it back, but this doesn't look good for Norway. And apparently we have some issues with the stream, so hopefully we can fix this really fast.
Yeah, obviously though we probably sound like robots right now, so I'm gonna take the time to say, you know, Cubes is amazing. Hopefully that sounds really broken and funny.
Say hi, でのストーリー抱いてあってもなくさまよ追い続けて滲んだ New World It's only just begun 今始まりの Rise Where tomorrow brings a new day It's time to learn to play this game Ready, fight! You got
for the city. Listen.
sound issues have been fixed. Sorry about that everyone. This is Low Cubes, hello. Yeah, the match was kind of restarted from the scratch, so the initial score was set back to 0-0, and currently Korea is winning by 1-0. That was actually probably kind of expected, but it's still nice to see that Norway is putting up a fight. In any case, about the current map, the score looks somewhat even at the moment. But since Korea's just missed, this could probably be Norway's team downfall. Yeah, Shu lost his combo as well, and Dungeon is getting quite high up in his comboing, so this could be another win for Korea, we'll see. And yeah, looks like the Korean team won again with a difference of 8 million points, so this is now 2-0. And this is actually a map picked by Korean team, so I guess we can see a map which is gonna get picked next by Norway's team. And it looks like it's gonna be Byakuya Gento. I'm not sure if this is actually a nice pick against Korea, because that map requires insane amount of skill. But since the Korean team doesn't have Cookies on their team at the moment, we'll see how this turns out. Part of this map is that, well, actually the whole map is interesting because of its unique rhythm. But the biggest highlight is actually in the middle of the map, where you have a lot of patterns which kind of circle around each other. But the hardest part are actually the stacks of 1/6 notes, and that's what is probably gonna be the key point of the map, because if you have bad coordination, you'll most likely miss or just break your combo over there. But yeah, it looks like GN and Creers are already having some problems with the map. They're probably very nervous as well. yeah, this kinda looks bad for the Norway's team because they just cannot keep their combo up. And the hardest spot on the map has already passed, and the Korean team has their combo up, and most likely they will not break it again. And the score difference is already too big for Norway's team to come back on this map. So we're just waiting for players to finish playing, and it's most likely gonna be Korea's win again, and that should be 3-0. Let's just see by how much. And yeah, the Korean team won by 30 million points actually, that's quite a lot. They had 2 full combos as well, which is kinda nice. Especially Raisin Udengin's because he has really high accuracy in that map. That map is really difficult to get high accuracy on. With such a lead, Norway has to win quite a lot of games to put up a fight. Because the Korean team only needs 2 more wins, and that's about it. And we have another person with me today, and that's Tasha. Hi, Tasha. Well, he probably hasn't configured his sound setting yet. In any case, the next map is gonna be Skrillex Kyoto. Everyone has really good performance. They're kinda dead even. Yeah, it's really hard to say who's winning here because their scores are kind of tied, and due to accuracy difference, which happened quite early in the map, it shouldn't really matter that much. It's the 100s that keep happening after this point that's gonna be the key to victory here, and Andreas sadly lost his combo, so yeah, this should be another win for Korea. Yeah, this is impossible to recover from this loss. And Korea won by 7.3 million points. GN and Andreas got one miss and everyone else kind of full combo. So that was actually their key point why they lost. And now the score is 4-0 for Korea. They only need to win once more and they have won the match.
For the city, listen.
Yeah, sorry about that. I missed the next map. It's actually gonna be a hidden pick map for Sheeran. Sakusia featuring Katsune Miku, Chain Destruction. It's not that a hard map, but with hidden, people can just get confused and miss. What is interesting about this map is that later parts there are certain patterns which have overlapping sliders, and people usually get confused and they start clicking randomly and then they slide the brake because they're clicking too early or too late. bad for Team of Norway. Oh, Kirikar actually lost his combo now as well. This could actually be in Norway's favor because he broke later than Gian. So if Gian recovers a bit, then this could actually be quite close. And now both Korea's and Andreas lost their combo, and this could be their downfall now. Because the score difference Korea just made is too high. Dungeon losing his combo at this point really doesn't mean anything because he has a lot of score. And yeah, it looks like the Koreans team won again by 14 million points, and this makes 5-0 for Korea. Congratulations, Korea. Anyway, this was all for the moment because the next match is gonna be played tomorrow at 1 AM UTC. For certain countries, that's actually still today. So stay tuned until then. That should be in about 13 hours or something. Yeah, 14 hours. And see you then.